Frypan uses the crane to lift the bus, which hits a few buildings before it's pushed over the wall. The weight causes the bus bumper to start breaking, so Frypan extends the chain to make the fall shorter. The bus lands on the ground standing up and falls again in seconds, but thankfully nobody gets hurt. Meanwhile, Teresa is using the stolen gauze to analyze Thomas' blood in the lab and discovers his blood carries the true cure. It doesn't only hold back the virus, it actually destroys it. She shows this to Ava, telling her they need to find Thomas. Brenda and Frypan take all the kids to the hideout only to find it empty. It turns out Lawrence has gone out to gather all the people in the slums, announcing tonight they're taking the city back. With Lawrence at the front on a truck full of explosives, the crowd begins running toward the city entrance. The security team tries to activate the turrets, but the rebels' hacking has disabled all their systems. The guards on the wall open fire manually, but it isn't enough to stop Lawrence, who makes his vehicle crash against the entrance. A massive explosion happens, creating a huge hole in the wall that allows the crowd to burst into the city. Thomas' team continues to sneak around while helping Newt move since his sickness is getting worse. They hide when they see the police take the streets to fight the invaders, but explosions are going off in every corner, so they need to get out fast. Next they hide inside a building and Thomas calls Brenda to tell her to leave without them, but Brenda refuses. At that moment Jorge shows up in a stolen aircraft with Vince to rescue all the kids, and Brenda asks them to save Thomas too. The boys see the aircraft as well and start moving toward the meeting spot. However, Newt can barely move anymore, so Thomas tells Minnow and Gally to leave with the serum while he stays with his friend. Newt gives Thomas a necklace and asks him to leave him, but Thomas refuses and starts carrying him. As Newt finally passes out, Teresa broadcasts her voice over the whole city. She explains that Thomas' blood can truly heal infected people and they could save Newt, so she asks him to come back. At the same time, Minnow and Gally make it to the aircraft. While Thomas wonders what to do, Newt wakes up as a crank and attacks Thomas. The boys start fighting and roll on the ground while Newt asks his friend to end things. Thomas refuses to kill him and keeps on fighting him, hoping to buy time. Newt apologizes and grabs his gun to do it himself, but Thomas immediately knocks it off his hand. Then Newt loses his last traces of sanity and grabs a knife to try to stab Thomas, but he only manages to hurt him a little before Thomas kicks him off. When Newt attacks again, the boys crash and Thomas has no choice but to push the knife against Newt, killing him. While Thomas cries for his friend, the others arrive with the serum, but obviously it's too late. Instead of leaving with the team, a furious Thomas goes back to the Wicked building and finds Ava, who tells him she can save them all.